This episode of Static is brought to you by Red Dirt Brothers Guitars. This is Static. I'm George Lang. Daniel Walcher's music is a heady combination of folk pop and electronica, and he has showcased this sound on 2 previous studio albums. In November, he'll enter the studio at Blackwatch Studios to record his 3rd CD. This is Daniel Walcher.
I say I wrote my first song at 12. I probably wrote songs before that, but I wouldn't call them songs today. I mean, they weren't, it was probably 3 lines, and I thought they were the greatest thing in the world. And I'm sure most artists go through that. But the foster home deal was, I lived with like five different families, foster families, and so there was a lot of instability as far as, feeling. I never felt unwanted, but it's like you don't get used to one family. It's like, oh, they're here today, but I'm going to be somewhere else in a couple of months. So it's hard to get attached to people. And so a lot of my songs are about, trying to find attachment, like true attachment. How do you really love somebody, and what does love really mean? It was an interesting childhood. I never asked for pity about any of that stuff because it made me who I am today, and I think that's kind of what you're shooting for. But more so, if you look at a lot of my songs, they're one-on-one relationship songs. What's the problem with this relationship? What are our options? How do we deal with it? How do we work through it and see the sunlight on the other side or something? The folk side comes from my love for the storytellers, the Johnny Cash, those kind of guys where they just write a real song. My writing style is folky, but then my brain kind of works in this, I want to have all these cool sounds, and I want something fresh and new, and people to be like, what did he do there, and what is that? So I think that's where the mesh kind of comes together.